you're welcome to yet another wonderful session of AB Talks. In case you're joining us for the very first time, my name is Bakina AB and I'm your host on this wonderful channel. On this channel, we talk about career development, PCOS, infertility, we talk about pregnancy, motherhood, and relationships, of course. Yeah, so we talk about those women gist around so many stuff. So we do content, skits on things surrounding all this. You could check out my previous videos on PCOS as well to know my story, where I'm coming from, and also the mistakes and all that have made with PCOS. So yeah, so please don't forget to hit on that subscribe button and also follow us on all our social media platform. Let's get right into today's video. Okay, so on today's video, we'll be discussing about some tips on how to cope with PCOS. It comes with a lot of challenges. So most of the tips I'm sharing on today's videos are what has worked for me over the years. And as a black woman living with PCOS, there's so many misconceptions of PCOS. I know most times you always think there's so many medical conditions, the spiritual and all that. So most of the tips I'm going to be sharing here about PCOS is what has worked for me, what has helped me to cope to manage my PCOS over the years. Just in case, you could look at my other videos and then understand where I'm coming from and hear my story of PCOS. Okay, number one tip for coping with PCOS is stress management. You have to manage your stress very well. PCOS could be very frustrating. It has so many frustrating symptoms, and you have to look for ways to be able to de-stress. And one of the symptoms of PCOS is insomnia, inability for you to have a very good sleep. So it is very important that you are able to manage your stress so that you could have a good sleep. Because any amount of sleep that you could get as a PCOS woman is very important. So look for things that you enjoy doing, look for things that you love doing. If you love reading, then take time off and then read some novels, read some books that you love. If you love to go out to do some swimming, you could do that as well. For me personally, what I love doing in my spare time is I love watching movies, and that's just it. I could binge on series that I love to watch, and I'm watching the movies, having a snack while doing that, and that is just what helps me to distress. So whatever that works for you is very fine. It's very okay. So just look for something that you know you love doing, that still brings you joy, and that will help you to manage your stress better. Stress is also a risk factor for all the diseases, for all the sickness as well. So it is very good that generally as a person that you always look for a way to manage your stress. Very important for you to manage your stress as a PCOS woman. So number two tip that I'll be sharing with you is weight management. Yeah, a lot of PCOS women complain or we have an unexplainable weight gain. Even when we are trying to diet, when we're trying to do the right things, we still see ourselves adding lots of weight. We still add on weight and all that. So what you should do with for weight management, you should aim for a weight management program that is sustainable, that is enjoyable to you. I do not really advise that anyone should go for a vigorous weight management process, because if you go for a vigorous exercise, it could further mess up your hormones, and you don't really want that. What you're looking for, the end product, is that you want to balance your hormones, you want to live a healthier life. So what you should be aiming for when trying to manage your weight is to do something that is sustainable, that is gradual, that is enjoyable to you as a person. Don't really go for those vigorous exercises, those vigorous diets that will not help you, to balance your hormones. So because what you're looking for, like I said, is you're trying to balance your hormones. So always go for a weight management program, a weight loss program that is sustainable and enjoyable to you. For me, I love my African food, so I still eat a lot of African food. I still eat my gari, my cassava, and everything. But what I just do is just to cut down on the portion and how often I take those. How often I take the my carbohydrates and all that. Just cut down on it. I have to. One other thing is on my diet I had lots of vegetables to eat and all that. That is just what works for me. I don't really do a an extreme diet plan. I don't do that, and over the years it has worked for me. This is what I was weighing before, but now I'm weighing about 70 kg. I was weighing up to 90 kg over a year, but right now I'm weighing just about 70 kg, 68, 70 kg, fluctuating between that at the moment. And also go for simple home exercises. You don't necessarily need the gym for you to have for you to see a result on your workout routine. You don't need the gym. I think some persons always wait for when the gym is there, when the gym is. You don't really need the gym. What you need is just discipline, commitment, consistency. Do little home exercises that would work for you when trying to manage your weight. If you want some simple home exercises, you could check out Grow with Joe. I use some of her exercises that are quite simple, they are quite straightforward. Also, I'll be sharing some of my home exercises that work for me as well. So number 3 is eating right. Yeah, you need to eat right as a PCOS woman. You need to eat right. As PCOS is associated with the risk of type 2 diabetes, and because of that it is important that you eat right as a PCOS woman. Most of the meal plan for PCOS women is almost similar for someone that is diabetic. Yeah. So because of the risk of the PCO of type 2 diabetes, it is important that as a PCOS woman that you're eating right. And if you're eating right, you don't necessarily need all the supplements that everyone is trying to sell to PCOS women. If you're eating right, you don't need those supplements at all. So you need to eat right. You need to make sure that your food is packed with the right vitamins, with the right minerals, with the right amount of protein, right amount of carbohydrates and all that. Just make sure that your food is packed with all this, and then you won't be needing so many supplements to boost your hormones and all that. Just make sure you're eating right. Make sure you're having some home drinks that you could prepare at home, and you won't really need those supplements that they're selling everywhere, because I know that almost everywhere I scroll through I've seen so many supplements that people are selling, but you don't really need those supplements if you're eating right and you're drinking right. Replace your carbonated drinks with homemade drinks that could help you to fight cravings. If you want a drink that could help you to fight cravings, you could check out one of my videos. I made a video on a tea that could help to fight cravings, so you could check that out as well. So this is just some homemade drink. You don't need expensive supplement to help you to fight cravings, to help you to balance your hormones. Just make sure you're eating right, and then others will take care of yourself. So thank you very much for sticking to the end of the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and also hit on the notification bell for you to be notified whenever I drop a video. So thank you so much.